Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming. And in this video, I wanted to discuss a recent trending topic that everybody in the gaming media seems to be covering, and that is the death of the single player game. Now, personally, I feel this is greatly exaggerated because I don't find there's any truth into it. What happened recently was EA decided to shut down Visceral Games, the people behind Dead Space. Now, apparently, they were working on a single player Star Wars game. And what EA decided to do was shut down that game and use the assets and focus more on making a multiplayer type online games as a service type model. And this has everybody in the gaming industry talking about the impending death of the single player game. Now, personally, I think this is complete nonsense because we've had a very successful year full of single player games, so very good ones. You've had things like Nier Automata, you've had Prey, the new Wolfenstein has just come out, Assassin's Creed has come out, even if you like it or not. Then you had indie games like Hellblade, ELEX, even small games like Cuphead, Hollow Knight, those sort of games. They're all single player type games, and some may have co-op elements, some may also have multiplayer elements, but they are in essence a completely single player. In fact, the new Wolfenstein game I think is only single player. I don't think it even has a multiplayer campaign. So I think this is just lazy journalism once again. Like, everybody sees a topic and everybody starts making it. I don't think that is the case. To me, what it seems is EA, obviously being very greedy, would like to make as much money as possible, and looking at stuff like the loot boxes and microtransactions, which have completely taken over the AAA gaming scene this year. If you see Shadow of Mordor, Assassin's Creed, they all seem to have ways of taking more money out of you in the form of loot boxes or cosmetic items or whatever. Pay to win. NBA 2K18 was one of the worst probably. And basically, yeah, they just want more and more money. The other thing I've noticed with big publishers is they tend to buy up all the well-established franchises. So things like Star Wars or movie-related, Middle Earth, these sort of things. They tend to have these big franchises, and they know that the fan base is hungry for stuff related to this, games, etc. So they try and make as much money as possible out of that investment. And as a result, whenever they want to make something, they don't want to focus on just making a small game that can be played once and people can forget about it. They want people to be playing that game for years and years, things like Destiny 2 or PUBG or whatever, and they want to make as much money as possible out of their investment. So EA has been doing this for a while. It's not the first time. Like, EA turned Plants vs Zombies into a online experience only. So why is everybody just realizing this just because they cancelled a Star Wars game? Obviously, Star Wars, the big franchise that they have, they would like to make as much money out of it as possible, and that's what they're trying to do here. So personally, I think this death of the single player games is again not true, and there are still plenty of games being made and plenty of good games being made, and I think they will continue making these games. Bethesda in fact even come out and said that, so I don't think we need to worry too much about it. We need to simply not worry too much about these AAA publishers. Like, I myself have personally found it to be quite relaxing and quite liberating by sort of not focusing too much on the AAA publishers, because I'm tired. I'm not tired just from this year's shenanigans. I've been tired for several years with all the microtransactions, all the DLCs, all the games being cut into multiple pieces and sold separately, and you have this version with this extra mission and that. So I've actually been stepping back from AAA gaming, and I've found a lot more enjoyment out of these smaller independent game makers, people you can call AA or big indie developers, people like CD Projekt Red, Ninja Theory, etc. And I'm enjoying those games a lot more. So yeah, like I said, people are just lazy gaming journalists, gaming media, and everybody just simply jumps on the same bandwagon, and it seems nobody's doing any research. There's still a lot of great single player games. That's basically what I'm saying. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.